My name's Justin Johnson. I go by, a lot of people call me JJ. I started coming to St. Paul's, it would have been July of 21. I had reached like a rock bottom part of my life, and I was in the Ascent program. I struggled with addiction for, I don't know, a long time. I mean, 10, 11 years, and things had gotten pretty bad. So like I said, I had gone to Ascent in 2020, and so then I left, and things got even worse. My girlfriend and we got into an accident, and she passed away, and I broke and I couldn't walk. I had like a bunch of injuries, and what was crazy was Teddy Steen, who runs Ascent, she comes to church at St. Paul's. I hadn't talked to her, and I had just left her program, right? And I woke up after, I don't know if I was in a coma or what, but some days had gone by after the wreck, and I woke up. I hadn't talked to her or anything. I wake up, and she was in my hospital room, I was in Springfield, and because of COVID, they were only allowing like one visitor a day or whatever, but she had came up and brought me some stuff and just told me that, she loved me and was there for me. But so I got really, I guess, kind of, I don't want to say lucky, but like I was given another opportunity at life, after the accident. And so when I went back to Ascent, I really was like thinking like, okay, I don't want to do this again. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back to prison. I don't want to be coming back to Ascent again. So I was like, I'll really try this thing. And I looked at the people that have been where I've been and what they did that I hadn't, right? And that was like have a relationship with God. So when I came back to St. Paul's, I didn't feel like I had anything to offer anybody. And so it's like not a very good place to be, but everybody makes you feel so welcome, and nobody cared about like all the bad things or the negative connotations that come with like people, in sober living homes. But then everybody here, like at the time it was like Nancy, and then you guys with media, and then there's someone else that comes to St. Paul's. He's like, my sponsor through another program, but then also just like a spiritual advisor really for me, just someone I go to with all my life stuff. And he told me, he was like, I can't promise you you'll get this or you'll have that, but I'll promise you if you do this work that I've done, you'll have a relationship with your creator, God. And so through his help, and then Ascent, but then also St. Paul's, today I have a relation, the relationship, I can define it, and that's probably the first time I've been able to say that, but it's awesome. And then what I was just talking to you about a couple minutes ago, now I'm in a position where guys ask me to help them do the same thing, and being able to help somebody from that spot, like where don't know what they're doing in life or where to go in life, and then to be able to help them and see them have God come into their life. I can't think of anything that's better than that, On Mother's Day in 2013, because I got shot by a .22 in it, so it punctured my lung, it grazed my liver, it went into my spine, and so like I lived through that, and then I've overdosed and died, like had to be brought back by Narcan like 9 or 10 times, so it's like I'm gonna write a book, and it's gonna be called More Life Than a Cat. And it's going to be about my story.
Oh, dude, I love that.